Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 15, Episode 1 of Eldritch Horror, and we are playing the Antidiluvium. Great old one. Antidiluvium says the order of rising stars. Each night the stars move closer to their ultimate alignment. So we just finished our setup round. Haven't played Eldritch Horror in a little while, so I'm excited to get into this. Our investigators are Carson Sinclair, the butler, Tommy Muldoon, the rookie cop, and Hank Sampson. So we'll go ahead and read through the rest of our active mystery. We will read our prelude card, and we will jump into gameplay. But before we do, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We have a podcast channel, Pontos Fathom Press, and we've recently released the first of a podcast that we started back during the lockdown. This one features H.P. Lovecraft, Jungian alchemy, and horror and science fiction. You can go check those podcasts out on the other channel. If you like it, go check out the book in the bookstore. And as usual, we always have the classic August Moldenhauer Cat Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, Volume 1, 2, and 3, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Psychoanalysis of Relia, Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth. If you're interested, go and check those out in the bookstore. Genealogy of Cthulhu, you can actually read that in a digital copy. If you check out our Patreon for as little as $1, you can go and check that out. So that would be awesome to help us grow the channel. As do your likes and subscribes. We are over on Rumble. We're also on Odyssey. So if you prefer other platforms, you can go check us out there. And without further ado, let's jump into round one. So I'm going to read our prelude card. It says, "The stars align. When the stars were right, they could plunge from the world through the sky. But when the stars were wrong, they could not live. But although they no longer lived, they would never really die." H.P. Lovecraft. During step 5 of the setup, determine Ancient One. Set up the Mystic Ruined Encounter deck. If Antidiluvium is the Ancient One, place additional sanity equal to half on the Ancient One sheet. So we're going to put additional sanity here. So we'll add that sanity up again. And it says, if the Antidiluvium is not the Ancient, after resolving setup, each character may gain 1 madness condition to gain a spell and a clue. No thanks. And during the game, if Antidiluvium is not the Ancient One, okay, so we have Antidiluvium. So let's go with that. We've added another sanity to the card. So that means when the Omen sheet advances to a blue space on the Omen track, we receive the insanity at that level. So wow, good thing we've got some strongly sane people here. So let's go ahead and take care of this. And we will start out with when we open gates that correspond to the blue Omen, we place a cultist on those, okay? So that's how that's going to go. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We've read the Antidiluvium. Let's just read with the Emerald Dreams. Emerald Dreams, again, it says, with each touch of the arcane, the dreams grow stronger. Visions of an emerald city, once grand, now lost beneath the waves. Visions of its corpse upon the ocean floor. Vision of it rising to glory once again. When you pass a lore test while resolving a spell effect, you may spend 1 clue and discard that spell after you finish resolving its effect. If you do so, place 1 clue on this card. So we can use a spell to gain a clue. We can use a spell to place a clue on this card. And at the end of the phase, if there are clues equal to... So we have to do that 3 times. We have to basically turn clues and spells into... So after resolving setup, so I guess we should each gain a clue and a spell. Now, on second thought, with our prelude, let's go ahead and gain a clue and a spell each. So let me go grab some spells here and some clues. So I think that's going to be easier for us. So here are some spells. Summoning, and so we got 3 spells. And we each are going to get a clue. So I'm going to reuse that clue that I pulled from before. And then I'll pull a clue from the bag. So Carson Sinclair will have 2 clues to start with. And I think we'll go ahead when you pass a test while resolving a spell effect. So these are all of these have spell effects that are based on lore checks. So let's go ahead and use those. If you pass, you may move one monster of your choice with toughness equal as to your test result to this space, then flip this card. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that. So yeah, so why doesn't he, can he do that? He has to do that during his, yeah, he can do that as part of an action right now. So he'll go ahead and do a lore test. Carson Sinclair will start out with a lore test, and then he's going to resolve his encounter. So he gets to roll this test. He gets, there's no monsters with that on the board, so he can resolve this. But he'll also discard this spell. No additional effect from the spell. And then he will discard this spell and one clue per the active mystery. And he'll place the clue on this card. So that's the first action, and 1/3 of the active mystery already engaged. I think that was his one action. For his next action, let's just have him gain a ship token. Let's have him grab a train token because he's probably going to go after these. Let's have him grab a ship token, and then he can make it back to Rome after he gets that clue. So we'll have him go that way on his next turn. But next turn, I will have him resolve the Mystic Ruins encounter as his encounter phase. Okay, so then let's go to action phase for Tommy Muldoon, the rookie cop. Let's have him also roll the test. So he's going to roll the test +2. Gets a 1. The result here is gain a madness condition. Okay, so they will get those madness conditions as well. So he does not summon the monster, but once again, he will take a clue and discard this spell and place that on the first place. And I have to mark to get a madness condition for both of them. And then for his second action, Tommy Muldoon will, I'll also have him get a ship token there. And then for Hank Sampson, let's have him gain a, I'm going to give him a reroll just in case, and I'm going to have him move to Arkham, and he can do that. He can do that encounter, that expedition encounter. Okay, so encounter phase. We've got, first off, we have Carson Sinclair, the butler. He will go to the active mystery. It's called the Mystic Ruins. Sorry, Mystic Ruin, the active Mystic Ruin. And he will get, okay, so he's at Stonehenge. It says, cultists here have been enacting some ritual. You think you can undo the effects by their work by analyzing the items they left behind and the symbols that they drew. Okay? So he can do this by a lore test. And he's also able, with his trinket of the cigarette case, once per round, he can add 1 to a result of 1 die. So let's have him, he doesn't need to do it this round. He passes. It says, that which they have opened, you can shut. Close 1 gate of your choice on any space. While you are under, so I'm going to close this gate. So awesome, gate is closed. I'll put this, leave the Shoggoth there. I will close the gate, however, move that under. While they have opened, what they have opened, you can shut. While you are undoing the ritual, the police arrive and accuse you of vandalizing the area. You try to escape. So he's going to try to ditch the police here. And let me get another die for him to roll. And he passes. If you fail, you gain a defeat. Okay, he does not. So Carson Sinclair closes a gate through this mystic encounter. The next place it's going to go is on space 7, which is in, looks like it's got some pyramids, like it's Central American, Mesoamerican, ziggurat kind of Aztec, Mayan kind of thing. Okay, so let's go on to Tommy Muldoon, the rookie cop. Tommy Muldoon. He will do his, he's just going to do a local encounter. And his is in a city space. It says, a group of intimidating syndicate members demand you pay them for their protection. You offer the well-dressed men that you can afford what you can afford. So he's got to roll an influence test. Tommy Muldoon rolls. He passes. If you pass, you discover a path. Move one space. Oh, okay. So he's going to move one space to San Francisco and can call that quits. So that's great. And then last up, we have Hank Sampson, the farmhand, with his sledgehammer. He's going to go and do the expedition in Arkham. And it's Arkham. You descend into a series of tunnels hidden beneath Arkham's old cemetery. The stonework indicates these twisting passages are as old as the city itself. You search the dark halls, looking for some indication of their purpose. So he's going to search the dark halls in looking for their purpose. Gets a 5, which passes. You find papers linking the city's founders to witchcraft. Gain 1 incantation spell. The documents hint at a coming doom. Pass. If you pass, he likes you and aids you. Retreat doom by 1. Well, it's already at its maximum, so I don't think I retreat it. And if you fail, you lose 2 health. He did not fail. We will move the expedition to Tunguska. Oh, okay, that's cool. So it's an expedition instead of a gate now. And now we're on to our first mythos phase. Mythos. Mythos phase, it says the spreading corruption. Start out by spawning a clue. We spawn a clue on 2. And next up we will do a monster surge as well. There are no gates open. So monster surge, open 1 gate. We have a gate on Arkham. And we just do a normal, if we spawn a gate on blue, no. Okay, so then we will place a monster, which is a Wendigo. That was weird because his thing was about a Wendigo, wasn't it? Was it Tommy Muldoon or was it Hank Sampson? Yeah, we'll have to go back and check. Let's just check right now. Was it Tommy Muldoon? No, he's in Anchorage. It was Hank Sampson, right? Hank Sampson had the Wendigo in his card. No, it was Tommy Muldoon. That's interesting, right? He gets the Wendigo. Interesting. So he placed the Wendigo here, and that's going to do it for those. But then let's go and read the spreading corruption. The doctors cannot determine the source of the condition or how it has spread across the world. After all, the victims have never been near each other. What these medical experts fail to understand is that it is not a plague of the flesh, but that of spirit. Ongoing rumor. Well, this card enters the play. The lead investigator gains a corruption condition. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, solve this rumor. So, well, how do we make it a rumor? When this card enters play, when there are no Eldritch tokens, does it say put Eldritch tokens on this? Okay. On a reckoning, it says an investigator who does not have a corruption condition gains a corruption condition. Okay. So when this card enters play, the lead investigator gains a corruption condition. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, it doesn't tell us to put Eldritch tokens on the card. Oh, no, wait, it says Eldritch tokens here. That was not a surge, sorry. I kind of messed up. That wasn't a surge. That was place Eldritch tokens. Okay, so we do not spawn this gate. Let's save that for later. We'll save this monster for later too, because I thought it was it's too good that it's the Wendigo. We'll just save it for the next spawn. And we will go ahead and place Eldritch tokens on the Mythos card, equal to the number of our investigators, which is 3. So we've got 3 Eldritch tokens on this card. Look at that, I caught myself in my own error. Thanks, Steph, you didn't have to catch me this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up Mythos phase. We will see you guys in round number 2. Thanks for watching. I probably am going to look up why Antidiluvium, right? I mean, it means like before the flood, right? Let's see if there's maybe I'll pull the Lovecraft book out and we can see if he mentions a story about that. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you in round 2. Bye-bye.